What's up with y'all today, man? I'm back today to talk about a lot of stuff, man. The main thing I'm gonna talk about is like the weaknesses and the strengths of each team in the NFC East. But there's a few topics I want to touch on there before we get into that. Let's chop it up, bro.
The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here! The champ is here!
I've been seeing a lot of people like kind of have like doubts on Keely Ringo, and I haven't seen that one person see it the way I see it. And that's a good thing because now I can tell y'all my point of view on the Keely Ringo, Isaiah Rogers, Adoree Jackson situation. Is it a fall off? Why didn't Keely Ringo get on the field when Isaiah Rogers was here whenever Slay got hurt? So let's get into that, man. I look at it different. I think the only reason Isaiah Rogers got on the field before Keely Ringo is because kind of like a seniority thing. I think they was close. And I think as an organization and as a coach, you want to get the most out the player that you feel like you're not gonna sign back. You get what I'm saying? Keely Ringo was on a rookie deal. They know he gonna be here for another 2 or 3 years. So they don't have to rush him on the field if him and Isaiah Rogers like this. Isaiah Rogers 26, 27, Keely Ringo 21, 22. So you kind of want to, I'll say, get your money's worth, before he part ways. Because if Isaiah Rogers was really that good, why wouldn't you just sign him back for 8, 9 a year? Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people looking at it way wrong. Why rush your 22, 21-year-old on the field when you could I could let you learn another year. That's another luxury under your belt. While Isaiah Rogers and Slay show you the ropes still. And that's what I think it is. I think Keely Ringo a dog. I think he about to make some noise. All that time he just waited because he came out of college early. And that's what a lot of people not understanding. He came out of college way too early. And we had the luxury to let him sit year after year after year. I don't think it was ever about him not being ready. I just think Isaiah Rogers had the seniority and he had a 1-year deal. So why not let me get what I paid for in that 1 year? That makes sense. And it just panned out. Isaiah Rogers is a dog too. But I don't think that's a knock on Keely Ringo. And with Adoree Jackson, and I see like a lot of people like saying like, who's going to play the Isaiah Rogers role? Bro, football don't really work like that. Like you don't always have a Slay. That's not ideal. You don't always have a Slay, Isaiah Rogers, Keely. We are just blessed to have that. But I think that Keely Ringo is durable. He's young, durable. Not saying he can't get hurt, knock on wood. Everybody could get hurt. That's anybody in the league, but it's not ideal to have a good backup to your starter. So you don't even supposed to think like that. So I think Keely Ringo fit for the job, man. I think it's his to lose, and I actually think he's like the breakout candidate for the Philadelphia Eagles this year, and I think he's gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. So let's get into what this video is about, man. The weaknesses and the strengths of each team in the NFC East. So we're gonna start off with the Giants, man. I think their weakness is their quarterback. And I just don't believe in Russell Wilson anymore. He used to be good, man, but he's so limited now. He not a 1, 2, 3, 4 read type of quarterback. He just throw the go ball. He got to be surrounded by a really good run game. They don't have that. I just think that's the biggest weakness of their team. Like everybody hyped for this Russell Wilson signing for the Giants. Not me, man. I think they could be a really good sneaky team if it do pan out for him. I'm not saying Russ is just ass, but I think that's the weakest part of the team. Just my opinion. Their strength is the pass rush. Oh man. Thibodeau, Burns, Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence. Man, that defensive front can win them about 5-6 games alone, man. It depends on how motivated they are and how hungry they are. And that also goes with you got to keep winning and stacking games to keep those guys motivated. Because if you start off 1-6, why would Brian Burns go out there giving it his all? Dexter Lawrence giving it his absolute all. Like, they're going to play hard. But the difference between playing hard and playing hard with some heart. And it's kind of like when you losing, it's like, we're here again, So if they could like start off 4-2, 5, even 3-3, like stay above water, that could be a dangerous team, man. Don't sleep on the Giants, man. And by the way, I do think we have the toughest division in football. All right, Dallas. With Dallas, their weakness is their run game. Dallas is at their best, and Dak Prescott is at his best when they have a run game. When they could get you in second and 4, third and 3, third and 1. That's when he's at his absolute best. That's when Dak looked like a top 5 quarterback in the league when they have a run game. If they don't have a run game, he's not really good. I just call it what it is. They absolutely need a run game. So Miles Sanders or Javonte Williams have to hit for them. I don't know why they didn't even like invest in a running back like soon. You got to know your team, man. Like, that would have been the first thing I look for because he's at his absolute best when they have a run game. And like, it's really hard to stop anybody, but man, Dak Prescott be on one when they have a run game, man. And of course, their strength to me is they pass rush when the opposite, and I don't think they could get to that often because teams could just run on them. So when you could just run on somebody all day, you can't use your pass rush. Like Nolan Smith always said, he always like, man, you gotta earn to rush the passer, which means I gotta put you on, 2nd and 9, 3rd and 8s. I gotta put you in 3rd and longs because that's my reward when I go to rush the quarterback. And they don't do that enough. If they was to find a way to get a stout run defense to rush that passer, Mike Parsons will win Defensive Player of the Year because that's what he do. That's when they're at their best. And so, can they get to that strength is the question for the Cowboys. All right. Now, a lot of people probably might give me some slack for this. For the strength. And we're going to get to that later, but I'm going to talk about their weakness. Their run defense is so bad, man. If you go back and watch that NFC Championship game, they just did not know how to set the edges. It was so easy for Saquon, man. Like, Saquon was just hitting the outside, like, with ease. Outside. It was to the point Jalen Hurts was handing the ball off and doing this. Like, pointing at the end zone. That's kind of disrespect. Like, where your heart at? Like, what? They like fundamentally flawed. And whoever the defensive coordinator is over there, he's not very, like, I don't know. I know, and I know we do that to everybody. I know the Eagles do that to everybody. I know they can run on anybody. But that was bad. When you see a team 3 times, you'll think like, I ain't gonna let you keep doing the same thing. I mean, first play of the game, Saquon went for 60. Like, come on, man. Like, if they ensure that run defense, I think they'll be okay, man. Because they got a decent secondary. But you don't get your secondary a chance because you can't stop the run. You know, so if they tighten that up, man, they'll be even better this year, man. The offensive coordinator is their strength to me. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't kill me on the internet. Jaden Daniels is one of those ones for sure. I'm not one of these dudes that hate on him. I'm a LSU fan myself. I'm from Louisiana, so I am an LSU fan. So I was a big JD fan when he was in college. He the ops now, of course. But man, Kingsbury, he made it so easy for Jaden Daniels. He just played the number games. You know, you gotta, and that's what he's supposed to do. And Jaden Daniels made the best out of it. You know, he just played a numbers game, man. Like that touchdown Terry McLaurin took to the house. Look, y'all gonna put 2 over 3? Boom, to the house. Oh, y'all not? Run. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna stack the box? Run. Boom. The offensive line way better than what we get them credit for. They offensive line pretty good, but their OC make it so easy for Jaden Daniels. All he gotta do is deliver, and boy do he ever. He deliver every time. He clutch. He make every throw, ridiculous throws, back foot, 60 yards down the field, bread basket, Terry McLaurin. Like he could make every play, and they like a match made in heaven. I don't think the OC get as much credit as he deserves. I hear a lot about JD5, but we need to give that guy credit for putting him in this college scheme to let him thrive and let him grow into a better quarterback. He gonna get even better, man. You know, our hands gonna be full with this guy for years to come. He gonna get even better, and it's gonna be fun, man. I like competition. You know, I played sports my whole life, and I always thrive for competition. So I like this. I like the fact that Jackson Dart in our division, Dak Prescott, JD, and you know we got the number 1 quarterback in the division, Jalen Hurts. He a different dude, bro. I'm not here to argue with anybody on the internet about that. Jalen Hurts is a different dude. He's different. And all this disrespect that he get, I don't understand it. I'll make another separate video for that. These people making top 10s without Jalen Hurts in it. It's nasty. It's nasty work, man. I seen 2 people argue, and one guy was prioritizing the regular season over the Super Bowl. I said, where we go? Where we got to that? He was like, man, he played so good in the NFC Championship game and the Super Bowl, but he was like, what about week 6? I said, what? That's what we doing? And the best team in NFC East, man. Now, a lot of people are going to think when I say the passing game, I'm talking about Jalen Hurts. No. When I say the passing game, I'm aiming at the offensive coordinator, and I'm aiming it at more opportunities for Jalen Hurts to make plays. So when people throw this number around, Jalen Hurts only threw the ball 22 times. That's his doing. That's Jalen Hurts doing. What I mean by that is Jalen Hurts might drop back 32 times. But Jalen Hurts would rather take a sack than turn the ball over, which I love. All these people that complain about him taking a lot of sacks, I love it. I'd rather you take a sack than throw a stupid pick and put your team in a bad situation. So I look at the game a little different, man. And I think the way I look at the game is the way Jalen Hurts look at the game. I think he just thinks if you don't turn the ball, when your team is nice, just don't turn the ball over, bro. You give yourself a chance to win every time. The best thing to point to when you want to see who won or lost, go to turnovers. That's going to tell a story 90% of the time. And I think that when I mean the passing game, just because he threw the ball 22 times, what about the 10 times he scrambled? What about the 5 times he just ate the sack up? Pause. That was crazy. What about the 3 times he just ran and just took a tackle for loss or something? Like, people got to understand the game within the game. Jalen Hurts is so far ahead of people, bro. It's a shame. That's his strength. That's Jalen Hurts' strength. He's smart. And what I mean by the passing game, man, we just got to get a better OC in the building to make this game easier for him, bro. It's times where I be looking at the game, but like, why we ain't run a slant right there? Why we ain't just throw the ball out there quick to Devontae? Like, that's offensive coordinator duties. That's not Jalen Hurts. So when I say the passing game, this have nothing to do with Jalen Hurts. It has something to do with the OC and the coaching staff. Put them in a better position, you know, to make these to get these receivers fed. The biggest strength to me is the run defense, man. That's our biggest strength, bro. Run defense, bro. It's not even close, bro. Because we put you in them 3rd and longs, bro, and you're not eating on Coop. You're not eating on Quinn Young consistently. You know, Zach Bond, he was the #1 rated coverage linebacker in the league. Reed Blankenship, smart. You know, so that's what I mean. That's why the run defense is the most important thing, because it starts from there. Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is probably one of the biggest parts of the team, and his stats don't say it. But a casual would think like, oh man, he don't got the stats, man. He don't get sacks. Jordan Davis is one of the biggest reasons we won the Super Bowl, bro. Because you cannot get 3-4 yards on first down because his big ass clogging up the middle. He's very important to what we do. If we don't extend Jordan Davis, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not gonna lie. I see the game within the game, man. And man, that's my strengths and weaknesses of every team, man. Comment below. Let me know if I'm tripping. Let me know if you got a different view of it. And we could chop it up in the comments, man. I like a little healthy debate going back and forth. And I'm here for it, man. And like I said, bro, I don't just talk about my birds, man. I talk about everybody. But first and foremost is always go birds.
The champ is here! The champ is here!